Hello everyone and welcome back to the Pumpkin Patch and welcome to Days of Halloween. I'm your host James Moser and today we are moving into October the 11th and we are gonna have some fun. I hope we have some fun. Who knows? Thus far on Days of Halloween we've had Chucky make a special appearance. We've had Freddy. Yesterday we had Michael Myers make his appearance and today it's time for Jason Voorhees to enter the arena. That's right, Mama Voorhees' baby boy is coming for the Days of Halloween. How is Jason Voorhees going to compare to our other horror icons? Let's find out. Let's get to the horror classic. Our selection for the Halloween classic today comes from 1986, the Tom McLoughlin helmed Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Spoiler alert for everybody in the Pumpkin Patch, this is the only time you're going to see Jason on the list this month. We tried really hard to have a Halloween autumn feel for all of the movies this month. Jason's movies typically take place in the summer, however I feel like this film is the best in the series and you gotta have a little bit of Jason in Halloween, because he's one dude I don't want to be on the bad side. Don't at me, Jason. Please don't at me. The film stars Tom Matthews as Tommy Jarvis, and this is going to be the last time we see Tommy Jarvis in the franchise, unless you count Never Hike Alone, and he's kind of in that. But that's a fan film. The film is set after 4 and 5, of course, but really, Friday the 13th Part 5 is barely mentioned in this film. It truly picks up after Friday the 13th Part 4, which also had Tommy Jarvis in it, played by Corey Feldman, the second time he's been on our list. Turns out Jason's been showing up in Tommy Jarvis's nightmares, which is, yeah, last time I checked was Freddy's territory. So once Tommy gets out of the mental institute that he's been in for the past few years, he beelines it straight to Camp Crystal Lake. Tommy Jarvis's plan? Kill Jason Voorhees. Again. So how does he do that? He is going to find the grave of Jason Voorhees, dig him up, and kill him again? How many times are you going to kill him? Tommy Jarvis, however, makes one massive mistake when he digs up Jason. He takes a giant pole from a fence that he uses to just rage stab Jason's body. My guess is that the pole from that fence came from the lightning rod salesman from Something Wicked This Way Comes, because sure enough, lightning strikes the pole and we got ourselves Jason Voorhees, returned from the dead. But now he is supernatural. He has become a zombie murder machine. This particular film also marks the first time that we actually see the most common interpretation of what Jason is. A 7-foot-tall piece of stab meat. Because until Part 6, Jason was just a neckbeard sporting, bag-wearing, sometimes hockey mask-wearing dude. A normal person. But it's this film where he becomes the unkillable, unstoppable hockey mask wearing dude that we know and love. So when most people actually think of Jason Voorhees, it starts in Part 6. This film is also the only one in the series that is intentionally funny. Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, is actually a horror comedy. The movie is funny. Jason has more personality in this movie than he has ever had in any of the previous films. And my man doesn't even say anything. Whereas before we had campy campers, this is the first time that Jason just actually leaned into the comedy. The formula doesn't change much. It's still Jason versus people at a camp. This is the moment where Jason started becoming more self-aware and more fun. Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, is an absolutely amazing movie. Highly recommend it, even though we were trying to avoid all camp movies. Except for Sleepaway Camp. We put that on the list. Do me a favor. Don't scream. Just hear what I have to say, like, share, and subscribe, then you can scream. Our selection for the overlooked horror movie of the day goes to the 1995 release, Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. This film is amazing. Anybody that's seen Tales from the Crypt knows that it's an anthology series. Every single episode is different. There's not a lot of connecting storylines. The Crypt Keeper makes an appearance, who is usually the person that bookends both parts of the TV show, so he bookends this movie as well. But this film decided to go all out and make a horror, adventure, fantasy movie. So if you haven't seen Tales from the Crypt, the TV show, don't worry about it. Just jump straight in and watch this movie. You don't need to know anything that's happened on the TV show. I mean, unless you need to know who the Crypt Keeper is. He's a guy who keeps the crypt. This film is directed by Ernest Dickerson, an extremely talented filmmaker who has this wonderful penchant for horror filmmaking as well. And I love Ernest Dickerson and his movies. You've seen some of his work from Dexter, Walking Dead. He started out his career as Spike Lee's cinematographer and now finds himself as one of the heralds of horror today. The premise for the film is just the old school classic, trapped in a former church turned boarding house standoff movie. You know, that old chestnut. The film stars William Sadler as the titular Demon Knight. Interesting fact, William Sadler had actually been on the TV series Tales from the Crypt several different times, all playing the same character, the Grim Reaper from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. That's right, confirmed everybody. Bill and Ted's and Tales from the Crypt are in the same universe. Step your game up, Marvel. Step your game up. The film is essentially the tension between the Demon Knight and the Collector, played by Billy Zane. Played absolutely amazingly by Billy Zane. My man just chews the scenery and everything that he's in this movie. And also stars a young Jada Pinkett before she got jiggy with it. This film is extremely good. I cannot recommend it high enough. I've mentioned Demon Knight to a lot of people, and unless it seems like you're over 30, you haven't really heard of this film. Check this movie out. It is so much fun. Our selection for the Halloween in-between film goes to the 2012 film Fun Size, starring Victoria Justice. Victoria Justice plays Ren. She's a high school senior in Cleveland, Ohio. That's about it. She doesn't have a lot of things going on for her. All she really wants is to go to NYU. But you know what? It's Halloween, baby. So of course something's gonna have to go crazy. Ren just got invited to a Halloween party, and there's no way she's gonna miss it. Unless, of course, her mother tells her that she has to watch her 8-year-old little brother and take him trick-or-treating. And then she loses him. So Ren essentially has to work with her friends and just go on a whole bunch of adventures in this film to try to get her little brother back nice and safe. And it sucks, because Ren was totally ready for this Halloween party. She was dressed up like Dorothy Gale and everything. Wait, Dorothy? Not from Return to Oz, right? Girl, get out! It's kind of crass, it's kind of crude, and it has some more adult themes to it. We would recommend that parents watch this first just to kind of see where it fits. Know your kids, and let us know down below. We really want to hear what you think about it. Guess what, Pumpkin Patch? We're going back to the 80s for another Disney movie, but this time, it's not as weird, and it's not as crazy. Technically, it wasn't made by Disney. Our selection for the kids' classic film of the day is the 1989 Kiki's Delivery Service. I am gonna hate editing this video with me saying Kiki. And to make matters worse, her cat's name is Gigi. Kiki, Gigi. For full disclosure, before we get started with this recommendation, I do want to let you know I speak not one word of Japanese, and I am going to forego most of the names in this film. So please forgive me. I got no clue what I'm doing with these names. Kiki's a young witch, and she's just starting out on her own. With no family, no friends. The only person that she knows is her cat, named Gigi. Again, Gigi, Kiki. Gigi, Kiki. This is gonna get annoying. Make money on the side and to start meeting people, she uses her ability to fly on her broom as a delivery service. Kiki's Deliveries. Kiki's Deliveries. It's directed by the great Miyazaki from Studio Ghibli. I'm probably saying that wrong. It is a very fun, very adorable, very lovely movie. Kiki's Delivery Service from 1989. In our haunted house selection for the day, we're choosing Penhurst Asylum from Spring City, Pennsylvania. Penhurst Asylum is an actual former medical institution. It was left abandoned for a good number of years, and they've moved in and created a haunted house there. Penhurst Asylum is also considered one of the most haunted locations in the country by a lot of different paranormal investigators. I don't know. I didn't double check with Travel Channel, who seems to be our expert on this. Penhurst Asylum. Send. I'll just finish the video. Penhurst Asylum is also very well aware of the haunted nature of their facility. They hold paranormal investigations and haunted tours all throughout the year. In fact, if you want to and you're so obliged, you can even do overnight stays there. It appears like they're open. As always, we recommend that you go to the website. There'll be a link in the description for you. Check it out. Penhurst Asylum in Spring City, Pennsylvania. It's haunted. Maybe. I'll tell you when Travel Channel gets back to me. And that's it, Pumpkin Patch. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the 4 movies and the 1 haunted house selection for October the 11th. Please, if you don't mind, click or treat. That's where you like, share, subscribe, and you ring that notification bell. Stalk us on all the social media sites. And if you don't mind, shoot us a comment down below. Let us know. Have you guys been to Penhurst Asylum? Is it definitely haunted? Are you best friends with the Travel Channel? Can you tell them to get back to me? And as always, thank you for riding with the Fall Horsemen, where Halloween lives and fall is forever. Throwing you on the floor yesterday thing. That was really just a joke. Not going camping anytime soon, that's for sure. I filmed like 26 minutes of stuff for Halloween, and I don't think I have the release date right. I shaved that down to like 2 minutes, but it took me like 4 hours to edit. Really scared of. I did have the release date. I'm not very good at editing, I guess, but which do a little bit of this. There are very few. It's James Moser, and I'm gonna do that again. We're set after our haunted house spot. Where am I going? Classic film. It's not a classic. It's overlooked for a reason. Friday the 13th. Get it loose, baby. Get it loose. Starring Victoria Jackson. See how many times I screw that up. Oh God, I screwed up that poor girl's name. What did I call it? He Does Good. Stop, Jason. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. The 11th? Is it the 11th? It's the 11th. Friday the 16th. Woo! Evidently I can get that in one.